Hello everyone, welcome to my class of grammar. Today we will learn grammar, chapter number 4, conversion of sentences. So I request you all, please open your grammar textbook, page number 13, and we are having some examples. With these examples, we will learn about this chapter. So children, we are having on page number 13 interchange of assertive and interrogative sentences. So here we are having some examples. It is written in your textbooks also, and I have put it on the screen also. So you can see on the screen also, either you can see in your textbook also. So children, here we are having some interchange of assertive to interrogative. So whichever assertive sentences are there, how we are going to change into interrogative, that we will see in this chapter. So number 1, everyone worships the rising sun. This is the with full stop. Means this is the simple sentence, positive sentence with a full stop we have written. So it is called assertive sentence. When we are going to change this sentence into interrogative, so this way we can read, does not everyone worship the rising sun? And with the in the end of the sentence we have to put the question mark. Number 2, this is not the way to behave towards your elders. In interrogative, this way we can use, is this the way to behave towards your elders? And question mark. Question 3, this book is of no use to you. In an interrogative, of what use is this book to you? So children, kindly keep in mind, when assertive sentences are there, we are putting full stop in the end of sentence, and when interrogative sentences are there, we are putting question mark in the end of a sentence. We are having two more examples. Question number 4, you cannot gather grapes from thistles. Can you gather grapes from thistles? 5, nothing succeeds like success. Does anything succeed like success? So here I have by mistake put succeed like 2 times, but it is a 1 time. So children, we are having a note that assertive sentences in which present or past indefinite tense is used are changed into the interrogative by using do or does. In the case of present indefinite and did, if the tense used in the past indefinite. So here children, whichever examples we have seen, when present tense were there in the sentence, we are using do or does to make the interrogative sentence, and when past tense sentence is there, we are using did for the question sentence, means interrogative sentence. So now we are having some more examples also. You can see on page number 13, the same page, next one. This also we are going to read. 1, he told him to go home. Did he not tell him to go home? You can see the difference between assertive and interrogative sentence. Number 2, he came home after many years. Did he not come home after many years? Number 3, he smokes. Does he not smoke? Number 4, she spends a lot on her dress. Does she not spend a lot on her dress? We are having number 5 also. The bus fell down the ravine. Did not the bus fall down the ravine? 6, he talks nonsense. Does he not talk nonsense? 7, he did not mean to harm him. Did he mean to harm him? So children, I hope you have understand from these exercises that whenever any present tense is there, so we are using do or does in the front of the sentence, in the beginning of the sentence, to make an interrogative sentence. And when we are using past tense, so we are using did for making interrogative sentence. Now here, after these sentences, we are having some note. Note that when the sentence is negative, the interrogative sentence will have no negative. Means when any sentence is already negative, any assertive sentence you are going to make in a interrogative, but if the sentence is in a negative, so in interrogative we are not going to put negative word, right? Now I request you all to turn the page. We are having more examples. Interrogative sentences which begin with an interrogative pronoun or interrogative adverb are changed into assertive sentences by removing the interrogative pronouns or interrogative adverbs and putting a negative if it is not there, or removing it. It is already there as. Now we are having some examples so we can easily understand. Who does not love his country? This is an interrogative sentence when we are going to make change into assertive. So this way we can write everyone loves his country. So in the interrogative we are having who does not love his country, we are having not. When it will change into assertive, we are not going to put not and we are using positive sentence. Number 2, why boast of your wealth? It is useless to boast of your wealth. Number 3, why cry over spilt milk? It is useless to cry over spilt milk. 4, when will he learn to be polite? He will never learn to be polite. Number 5, how can I repay your kindness? I can never repay you kindness. So children, you can understand and you can see the difference also between interrogative and assertive sentences. Now we are having little note. You can see next these sentences. The general rule to be followed for changing the assertive into interrogative and vice versa is, means whenever any interrogative is there, when you are using the conversion of the sentences, so and it is written that change from affirmative to interrogative or exclamatory to affirmative, whatever, and it is written the vice versa, means if the sentence is given assertive, so you have to make it interrogative. If interrogative is given, so you have to change it into assertive. So we are having 3 rules here. Number A, place the verb or its auxiliary before the subject. We always have to place the verb or auxiliary verb before the subject. So first only we have to put. Insert the negative if it is not in the sentence, or remove it if it is there. So whenever assertive sentence is written, means with full stop any sentence is written, and you have to change it into in an interrogative sentence. So if in a sentence negative word is given, so when you are going to change into interrogative or whatever, so you have to remove negative word. If any negative word is not given, so you have to add negative word. Number C, place the mark of interrogation after an interrogative sentences. So here you have to place the question mark. This is the interrogative mark. So this you have to always put after the end of an interrogative sentence. Now we are having number B, interchange of exclamatory to and assertive sentences. So we are having for this also some examples. So let's study. Number 1, what an interesting sight it is. you can see the difference of exclamatory and assertive. Assertive sentences are having full stop in the end. Exclamatory sentences are having exclamation mark in the end. So what an interesting sight it is. It is a very interesting sight. Number 2. Oh, for a cup of wine. For a cup of wine. I wish I had a cup of wine. Number 3. If I could gain the result. I earnestly desire to gain the result. 4. Alas, that he died so young. It is extremely sad that he died so young. Number 5. A student is afraid of failure. It is surprising that a student should be afraid of failure. So children, here also we are having a note that exclamatory sentences beginning with what, why or how, etc. are changed into assertive sentences by removing the word why, what, how, etc. and inserting very in its place. So children, whenever exclamatory sentences are there, always it will begin with what, why or how. But when we are going to change this exclamatory sentences into assertive, so we have to remove these all words, means what, why, how, whatever written, that we have to remove when we are going to change into assertive, and instead of that we have to write very, V-E-R-Y. The same way you can see in the first number that what an interesting sight it is. So when the exclamatory sentence we have changed into assertive, so we have removed what, it is a very, and we have add V-E-R-Y, very interesting sight. So, and one more note is there, the sign of exclamation, you can see in the bracket also, is also removed when we are going to change from exclamatory to assertive. Already exclamation sentence is there, and when that exclamatory sentence we are going to change into assertive, so in the assertive sentence we don't have to put exclamation mark. In assertive sentence always we have to put in the end full stop, right? So children, for today this is the enough. Next video we will see about affirmative to negative and vice versa, and we will see some exercises also. So I request you all study these both pages, page number 13 and page number 14. Try to read again 2-3 times, read these all examples and try to understand. Okay, thank you.